All right. What's going on, everyone? We are live. I am like almost perfectly on time today, which is awesome. It is Friday, Pizza Friday. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Hope you're going to have a great weekend. The sun is shining out today. It is like a gorgeous day and excited to get going. So we're just going to jump right into it because I only have half an hour with you guys today, which really kind of sucks, but that's what I got. So let's make the best of it and let's just jump right into doing some more wireframing, which is always fun. Kevin, howdy. How's it going? All set for this Friday? Got any good runs planned over the weekend? Obviously, we're kind of similar, close-ish, on the eastern coast. So maybe you got some good weather along the coast. We do here as well. So I know Andrea's going to have some good runs this weekend. All right. So let's see. Okay, where did we leave out yesterday? So yesterday we kind of no more runs. No more runs. Hitting the gym and Peloton now. Oh, okay, all right, fair enough. Peloton. That's I got a like cheap imitation version of Peloton. It's like an Echelon or something like that. I actually have it in my bedroom. It's not bad. I like going on the bike. It's not too bad. Rolando, welcome to the stream. Happy Friday. Hope you're having a great one. All right. Anything to get moving and to keep in shape. Always a plus. Very good stream yesterday. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I'll try to keep it up. Keep going. All right. So I said, unfortunately, I have to be out in 30 minutes here. So hopefully we can get some good work done. Okay, so we have our homepage, and I added a few things here too, and this is all going to depend on how it's going to look in the design, especially when things are a little bit responsive. But I'm thinking of in this page, when you have like these, like the client work and the featured work, maybe throwing in some text or some news posts that are either related to the company or just related to the business in general. Say, for example, the Ocean Frontier Institute, and then have a news feed kind of beside it that says, hey, they just received, X amount of funding or what have you, and kind of link to that. So I was thinking of throwing some stuff like in there. So I just kind of, conceptualize them, as this is a wireframe of just kind of this empty kind of box here. So I think that might look pretty good. But again, we'll see once we get into the design, which will start up. I'm sure we'll start that probably next week. Actually, guarantee we're going to start that next week. Okay, so let's build ourselves another frame, and I'd like to get to work on the services page, which I think is going to be pretty simple, actually. I don't think we're going to complicate things too much. So let's go with, what is this called again? Services, of course. All right. So yeah, have the text say what you did for them. It was just design, it was development, CEO, or maybe SEO, you mean? Yeah. Taking advantage of the clients you already have. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it would be, yeah, there's lots of things we can do. So yeah, I think it's gonna end up looking pretty good, because I think the whole idea is, if we're talking about us being able to tell stories for our clients, we need to also be able to tell our own story as well. So that's going to be pretty important. And I think having this kind of, I don't like a waterfall, but just kind of this kind of display of mix of the work that we've done and the impact that it's had, I think will speak to our story and our abilities to do the things that we say we can do. Okay, so on the services page, how can we do this? I think we can just copy this over. I should probably make this into a symbol, or not a symbol. What's it called? Symbol is the stuff for the old stuff for WEBFLOW. I guess this is just a component. Actually, yeah, maybe let's just do that right now. I know I'm trying to go fast too, but maybe we should try to do this thing right. Okay, how do we make this into a component again? I know there's like a shortcut key. Oh, there's this right here. Control-Alt-K, right. Okay. So now we have that as a component, and now we can copy that into here. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, hang on. What did I just make into a component? Undo. Oh. Did I pull? What is this? Did I just make a copy of this? Oh, no. Is that at the bottom? Oh, that's at the bottom. This is at the footer. Oh, I haven't organized the footer here. I should probably do that. That's what this is all. Right. Yeah. Clean up stuff. Okay. Shift G, I think. Nope. Control G. There we go. Okay. We'll just throw that down for now. And let's get to the header. And this is what we want in a component. Where are we? Component. There we go. Guys, I'm telling you, I'm pretty excited for launching this. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to launch it. I'm excited to actually, do the work to get the clients and like actually do that work like on stream as well too, of like what I'm actually doing to hopefully get clients. So yeah, I'm just really pumped. I'm really pumped to showcase that and to really make this thing work. Okay. So we have science meets story, and this thing we're going to have, what is our text? Do we have anything that we did something here? Yeah, we don't have anything really good. Yeah, we don't have anything. So it's just placeholder stuff. So I think we're also going to copy this hero section. I think here, let's make our height. Let's just make it really large for now. Let me see. Do we have anything in our Word doc? I got a bunch of stuff open. Page. Hero statement. I'll make this a little bit bigger here for you guys. Work with researchers, yeah, narratives. Even something like for here, like your work deserves to be seen. It's not like that. It's going to be something like that on here. Not sure exactly what it's going to be. So Kevin, so line spacing looks a little big to me on the H1. Yeah, no, it is. It's not. It's like, again, it's the font is not even correct because this is just using interfont, and it's not going to be something that I'm going to use. And like this isn't. It's kind of weird. I feel like this is a hybrid. It's like 95% wireframe, but then 5% a little bit of putting to place what the typography is going to look like, at least just for the headings. So yeah, this looks like terrible. And just avert your eyes. Well, here, I can see, like you probably want it. Can I? Probably something, something a little bit more like this probably looks a little bit better to your eyes. Because yeah, I agree. It does look bad. Not your works, your work. Or, show your work to the world. Again, just placeholder text right now. So I think we're going to have the same kind of landing page on the services, right? We just want to focus on them reading what it is that our services can do for them, like big picture, and then we'll get into the nitty gritty and the details. So move this down. So we've already talked about this. Yeah, so we don't really have that content written. So this is a placeholder text that describes our services will help our clients meet their needs, objectives, and or how they will help solve our clients' problems. Okay, super placeholder text. But yeah, it's going to have a very similar intro to the homepage. Maybe the text will be a little bit smaller, but we'll worry about that once we actually start designing it. So do we want to have any kind of large statement, or do we want to just go into the services? Now I'm thinking, because we can go into the data. Yeah. I wonder if we need something. I wonder if it's a statement where, you know, we believe that there are 5 core principles that can help you communicate your stuff effectively. And, you know, those are data, digital content, events. Yeah, that's almost like a menu, but in text form. Yeah, I don't like that. Well, let's put a pin in that for now. Hang on, I'm just scrolling through my text here. And let's go into an actual section, because these sections here, the 5 different elements or 5 different services that we're going to offer, they're each going to have their own little section. And we'll just start with our principles, as in having something that's really strong, like when they're scrolling in, like. And then we're going to get into, let's close this, a little distracting. So what we're going to have, well, let's see. So one is going to be data. Let's bring over some of our text. Okay, so this whole thing, oops, need to fix the width. No, 1,000, not 100. And nope. So this will be a heading. Something like this. Okay, we need to fix out our spacing here pretty badly. 120, 130. Wonder if we could lower that space. How do we lower that space? Maybe we can do something like this. Nope. Maybe here. Maybe I'll just make them into 2 different text elements. Then I could control the spacing a little bit better. We'll just do this. We'll do this, and then we'll throw that in a frame. This is service description. There we go. That's much better. So we'll have something like this. We'll have data, and then we'll have a really nice image to go along with it. Let's make it 1,000 by, oh geez, I don't know. No, maybe a little bit more than that. Maybe 450. Some rounded corners. I feel like this one actually, let's make it. Can I change the width of this thing? How is it not? Oh, I always forget how to use these auto layouts. Why is it? Okay. I want you to go here, but I need everything. The text to wrap. Wrap, but it's not wrapping. Because I need to hug. Oh, what is going on? Oh, I hate having to struggle with stupid tools. What is going on? I know I've had this problem like a million times before. Oh, I think it has to do with this thing. I have to change this setting on this guy. I think this needs to fill container. Yeah, there it is. Perfect. Okay. There we go. That makes more sense. So I'm thinking of having this a little bit smaller. Though, okay, the reason why I did this, I want this to be maybe a little bit smaller than the image. And then what we'll do below here, this is where we're going to have the bullet points of the actual services that are part of data, right? These things, these points, right? So how could we throw that in? I think, yeah. I think that'll look good. So it'll be, what do we have? Oh, where did it go? Oh, there we go. Data visualize. Okay. Data collection. Data processing. I think what we'll do, and this font is going to be a lot smaller because we don't want it to be too big. Again, I'm not worrying too much about the visual aspects here. In fact, I'm not worrying about it at all in terms of like typography and all that kind of stuff. Again, this is just kind of more placeholder stuff. Whoops. So you'll have to wait till Monday till we actually start designing stuff. Then you could be very critical with me about the actual look and feel of everything, like database design. Database management and real-time data ingestion, whatever, doesn't really matter. Okay. So yeah, and then this one is pushed off a little bit to the right. Okay. So the reader comes in. Let's zoom in a little bit. So they land on the site. They land on the services page. They're greeted with a message that basically says something along the lines of, I guess the message is, we do work that makes your work be seen to the world, right? So they get that message. And then, yeah, so what is the tie-in, or should there be a tie-in, some kind of statement that goes from like reading about, hey, your work needs to be seen to the world, and it's like, this is how we make sure that that's done. So maybe like, so this is just kind of brainstorming here. description of our values and what we think is important on how almost okay, like on how we do business, right? I guess what I'm trying to say is we want people to know that yes, we do a bunch of things, but we also do things ethically and morally. Like we're not going to do shady tactics on social media or buy likes or buy shares or any of that kind of stuff, right? It's all like honest, like work that we do. And like not go for the short-term wins, right? It's like playing the long game. Something like that along those lines. Frame 1, frame 2. Where are we here? Okay, so this is let's clean this up a little bit here. Services placeholder, description, Control G. These are just whatever bullet points. That goes here. This is kind of the heading. And here's our hero section and heading. And Control G. This is just a service. Okay, let's bring that down quite a bit. Okay. Show your work. And then you figure out, hey, these are our values in the work that we do. Values in the work that we do. And this is what we do. Data, blah, blah, blah. Sentence about why it's important or I guess this isn't about why it's important. It's talking about our expertise in it. Yeah, so this is where I remember writing the content a couple of days ago where it's like, what kind of voice should we be writing this content? Do we write it in the voice of this is our experience in it and this is what we can do for you? Or do we write it in the voice of this is what's important for you to understand about why this should be important to you? And it's like two different ways to go about it. And this is definitely in the voice of, hey, here's our experience in it, that we are the ones to help you make this work for you. Which I think I like. Let's go back to these other ones here just for a second. Digital. We build websites and applications unique to your vision and voice, amplifying in order to become, yeah, that's kind of what we do. Make your research accessible. Yeah, that's more along the lines of just why it's important, not necessarily why we are successful at it. Event, yeah. Yeah, okay, I remember this one. We're having a little bit of trouble trying to figure out to nail this one down. Branding, yeah, that's not, okay, I like it. I think we're on the right track. Okay, so if we take a look at this page now. So you're going to go through this one service, data, and then these are the things that you can do. And maybe along here, there could be a couple links to some case studies that have data as part of the services we offered. So we haven't gotten to the case study pages yet, but I do know within each case study, it's going to have a listing of all the different services that we provided for that client. So if there's, a client that did data management, we would put a link here to that case study so they can kind of see how the write-up of what that data management looked for them in that work, right? Rolando dropping some philosophy bombs here. The big problem that men have is that we believe we have to explain everything with words. Women normally show it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's the show don't tell, I guess what you're saying. This is very interesting. Now you're talking about getting into a little bit of psychology stuff, and then the whole premise behind who are the primary people that are in academia. And for the longest time, it used to be predominantly men, but now I'm pretty sure the tails have spun quite considerably, where it's more of a definitely female, not female dominated, but I think there's more women getting into academia now than men. So that's very interesting. So in that case, thinking that, would you suggest then that we do more of the show not tell in like our portfolio and in the things that we do on this website? That's interesting. It's an interesting dynamic and an interesting way to think about how to actually go about marketing depending on who the audience is. So I've already done an analysis on the buyer persona. Just the very bare minimum in terms of thinking about the industry and the niche as a whole, but not to the actual individual person that I'm going to be trying to look after. What I was going to do is probably within the next week or so, I wanted to get this first initial draft ready to go and then talk to some people that I know that are in the industry to see if I can try to figure out who might be the right people that I can try to target. So like I know from experience the type of people that are the ones that are the decision makers, that are the ones that are the ones that basically kind of control the money. There's almost like two different types of people that you need to kind of get into. It's like the people that are on the lower end of a research group or whatever, that are the ones doing the day-to-day work on the ground, that understand all the, say, technical deficiencies and limitations they have in terms of running data management or doing communications, website stuff, all that kind of stuff. And then, there's a completely different persona for the people that are actually at the top running the show in a sense and like guiding the science, if you will. So completely different messaging you have to reach to those two different types of people. So web developers, they do not sell to industries. They sell to people. Yeah, you're always buying to people. You're always selling to people. It's a really good thing to keep in mind, 100%. That was a scolding that a very good friend of yours who's dedicated to top level sales gave me. Yeah, and that person is like 100% right. You're always selling to people. So having that persona of who that person is going to be is really important. So that being said, I'm just going to write some notes down for me to think about because truthfully, figuring out specific buyer personas is something that I haven't done. That's one of the things too that I learned in my coaching classes is doing customer interviews or exploratory interviews with people to figure out how they come about to making their decision can kind of help you figure out what the persona is of those people and like what are their pain points and how you could best market to those points. So that's really good. Right. And it's another thing too where because of information like this or thinking like this is that I don't want to spend a lot of time building out the perfect website or whatever, or something that's going to win awards or whatever. It's just literally get something out the door that's serviceable and then use that as a framework for reaching out to people, figuring out who I'm going to be selling to, what that's going to look like, and then tweaking away as we go and as we try to figure out, who our ideal customer is going to be. So really important stuff, really good stuff. So thank you. Okay, so I'll take some notes there. All right, so let me just go right here. So case study link. So this also, and can we just underline this? right? And it'll look more fancy than this, obviously, but for now, I think that's pretty good. And put this in here. And then what we're going to have literally is just a copy of all of these. So this one will be data. This one will be, what's the next one? Probably digital. Yeah. Yep. Digital. Content. So Rolando, I'd love to ask you. So yeah, after talking, you started to change all your marketing for your agency. So how has it been going since you've been changing your marketing? Do you find that it's working, or it's, you know, one of those things where it just takes a little bit of time to get the balls rolling? Because that's always the key. You could change your tactics too, but at the end of the day too, everything always just comes from results, and like, hey, how has it been working? And yeah, I was saying earlier, I think this is what's going to be really good, is that I really want to do this together. Like, it's almost like starting a whole new thing from scratch, and like, let's figure out how we can make this work, and let's run some experiments and some tests and like figure out, you know, what's working and what's not working, and how to get these clients and how much money these clients are bringing in. And then, you know, we can all use that information to model things in, you know, in your own agencies, right? And figure out how that's working. Yeah, difficult. Going to have to go to the field, do a study of the clients of my future of your future clients. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if this stuff was easy, then we'd all be millionaire agency owners. Yeah. Well, definitely keep me posted, because I'd love to hear things of, you know, what worked and what hasn't worked for you. Okay, events. Okay, this text here I know is kind of placeholder, but we'll just throw it in there. An event, we'd probably put that one at the bottom, actually. If I actually think about it for a minute. And let's create one more. Move this one down. Yeah, we'll keep event down, but then we'll put branding there. All right. I'm not going to worry about updating the text here, because this is, again, just a wireframe. Well, maybe I will. Maybe I'll clean this up, because it is pretty messy. Right. So you get to these three, or not these three. You get to all 5 of them, and then that's basically it. Then we're just going to have our call to action. I don't know how much bigger I need to make this. If we go here, call to action footer, and we bring them. What did I just do? Oh, right. I need to hold Alt. Bring them in. Down here. Nope. All right, there we go. Something like this. Okay, yeah, I'm going to have to understand my clients, your client's client more. um, oh, it's because you're building, like you're working with clients that have clients of their own, and you're trying to understand them more. Yeah, the more you can understand the people that you're trying to serve, the better it is. That's why for me it seemed like such a good idea to just focus in academia because I know it so well, and I know that I was um, like I would be a client, and I always was when I was working in that industry. So I know exactly what people like me are looking for, and I know what even the people at the top are kind of looking for, and kind of how to talk to them. So it gives me a little bit of a competitive advantage. But that being said, I think it's going to be very dangerous for me to not think that I just know everything and not try to get those outside opinions of everybody and do the proper work and research of figuring that stuff out. I'm lucky enough that I have clients right now in the science space, so I have that experience. But to go to the next level, I think it's like you're saying, understanding your clients and their needs and their problems, and even their hopes and dreams in a sense is really important, and that's going to be a good way to move forward. Okay, so I'm liking this. Again, it doesn't look like much, so please don't get too scared away in the sense that this is not designed. It's really supposed to look like a wireframe. There shouldn't even really be any text on there. It should just be kind of blocks of stuff to just kind of show where things are going. But again, it's a little bit of a hybrid approach here. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so as I said, I do apologize. It has to be a little bit shorter today because I do have to take care of some business here before Pizza Friday. So I'm gonna leave it here for today. Rolando, Kevin, thank you so much for your help and support today. Really appreciate it. And on Monday we're gonna start, and we're actually going to be doing some designing. So we're either going to do a full design in Figma, or we're going to kind of skip it and go into just designing in WEBFLOW. I'm not sure what's going to be the best way and which way I should go. Again, I'm trying to keep in mind the fact that I don't want to spend too much time making it perfect. So I'm not sure which way is going to be the best. Sam, just passing by. Welcome. Yeah, I appreciate it. On your way to a meeting. Yeah, doing great. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing great as well too. And I don't know, have a great meeting. I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you so much. That's fantastic. Yeah, okay. That's what I got. So on that note, thank you guys so much once again. Have yourself a fantastic weekend. Don't skip. Oh, here we go. Don't skip the Figma step. No promises. I'm gonna have to think on it. We're gonna see. I'm gonna do some work over the weekend, and whether I go into a Figma full blown or not is going to be the question. So we'll see. We'll see. I hear what you're saying, and a part of me is saying yes, and a part of me is saying no. So we'll see. We'll see who wins out. All right, that's it for me. Take it easy, guys. Enjoy the weekend, and we'll see you on Monday.